Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. Excuse me. All our videos are for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you are on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade, and we're not your financial advisor. Normally, we start at 10 o'clock. I came a couple minutes early. You have to be very, very careful with the ES. If you are auto trading, irrelevant what kind of auto trade you are using from us or somebody else, don't make a bet at this moment on the ES. There is no profit on the ES at this moment, and you'll be better off today with NASDAQ, YM, and CL. The CL is excellent, looking good. Your NASDAQ is much better condition than the ES. The ES is just a dead meat here. There is no way it can be traded. To our traders, to our members, when you start your morning, we don't need to be an expert. We just see, when we see the price and there is many lines above or below, the question is how we can trade this. Exactly, you cannot trade it. Every time you open your Ninja Trader, do not rely on some dummy optimization. Optimization cannot predict today at 9:59 on a Friday you have a problem in the ES. It cannot predict that. So all this nonsense, put it on the side, and you need to look at the chart, and you see there is many lines support below, and there is a heavy resistance above, and then indicate this market is not synchronized. If we look at the ES, we have a 3 signal buy, NASDAQ 3 signal buy, but the YM, it is 2 signal down. This means the market is not in sequence, and then there is a good potential to have heavy losses. Always protect yourself and try to be aware of it. It just takes you a couple minutes a day to indicate what's going on, and then you release the type of auto trade you have. At this moment, the NASDAQ is struggling on the resistance line on 17,852. If we look at the momentum is all strong, and the buyers over the seller, indicating it is a matter of time before we are going to break that line. And then immediately this NASDAQ, there is a good potential to go on. The institutional number is 17,899, which it will be almost around 11 o'clock, 1 hour from now, plus minus 5-10 minutes. And now if we look at the ES, now start coming in the same direction of the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ is fixing to break this resistance, and we are climbing to the next level, and we're going to be testing the next level as a matter of minutes to the 17,855. This is really, really important to play your cards right in the market. Every day is different. So you always have to make sure that you can look at the 1 minute and the market analyzer before you start putting money online. That's very important. So as a matter of seconds, this NASDAQ is fixing to do this breakout in this area here. What really concerned about the NASDAQ at this moment, the ES start getting the momentum slowly. My concern on the ES, there is a heavy resistance, double resistance at 5,016. So this is the problem at this moment. The NASDAQ will break that line, but it might get stuck on the second line if the ES fell to break those double resistance here. The momentum are good. Still, there is some weakness on it. It's getting there. It's not fully on a full throttle yet, but the NASDAQ is on a full throttle. You have from 1 to 30 minutes, 1 to 30 minutes is all in the green, the buyers over the sellers. The institutional target is to the upper direction, and the high time frame, your 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and 30 minutes is in the green, indicating this NASDAQ will climb to those numbers by 11 o'clock, plus minus 5-10 minutes. So if we, I don't know if you can see it from the on the YouTube, but there is a couple weeks below this the double resistance here, and it is a really problem for the ES breaking it. At the same time, you don't have a short. At the same time, you don't have short on the ES. So the auto trading on the ES is not going to bring you a lot of money. It's gonna be it's like a few dollars here and there. It's not even worth it to ruin our weekend for $75 trade or $100 trade. The risk is too much to just take a $75 and $100 trade. It's not even worth it. So at this moment, we are monitoring. You can see how the ES come into this double resistance and struggling in this. Even if the ES dropped, it's not going to be dropped that much below the 5,011. So there is no movement on the ES, and when there is no movement, there is no takes, and when there is no takes, your auto trade is not going to make money. So if this ES break this double resistance, we are directly going to the first institutional number on the NASDAQ, profit taking, pulling a little bit back, and then it's going to regain and then try to finish the morning session with the target 2. Usually those, they should be achieved. Target 1, target 2, around 11 o'clock, plus minus 5 minutes. And the 3, it is for the afternoon session. You don't have to worry about it. And now, as we see, the ES is trying regain little strength to break the 5,015, and God help us if we don't get it. It's gonna be a long day. If this ES not able to break this double resistance, that's mean we are on a long day. It's just going to be a drag all the way to the lunch hours. So let's monitor this and see what's going on. Keep your eye on the ES. There is no short for the ones are using those dummy auto trades, ATRs, and there is no short. Do not fall into this trap. You have to remember your auto trade is based on stupid moving average below or above. It doesn't do anything in the market. So you got to be careful with that. For the CL, it is hit already the institutional number 75.28, and it's going to climb to the 75.72. There is no sweat in there. We are going to hit the target 2, and then a profit taken on target 2, and then what you're going to see, the CL going back to the target 1 and going back to target 2 for 30 to 40 minutes. Usually when you hit the target 1 and 2, it stays between those numbers for at least 30 to 40 minutes. So right now the ES is trying to break that, and all our trades is based on the ES breaking this double resistance or not. Doesn't matter what time frame you are using, doesn't matter which auto trade you are using, doesn't matter if you are a manual trade, auto trader is irrelevant. It's not going to change the fact we need desperately to break those double resistance. And if we don't, just go grab yourself a coffee and sit down and relax. Don't get in trouble. That's me. We are on a long day with the market. And those are nightmares, those days where the market is not willing to give us anything on the ES. A nightmare. For the Nasdaq trader, you have the re-entry on 17,834. This is the we're not your financial advisor, so do whatever you want. You're not paying us here. You're not doing anything. We're just helping. So we're not your financial advisor. If you wanted to do something else, is at your own risk. And we'll see what happening here. I'm gonna stay quiet till we see this ES breaking through, and then we see what happens. Thank you. The first trade on the Nasdaq nailed 530. Nailed 530 on the first trade. The Nasdaq took the second trade right now as an entry on the first trade, got 530, and it's not up to the auto trade. If we are crossing this number here, we call this re-entry for you, and we'll see how it's gonna tungle with the 17,870. And then we have the 17,888. So we'll see as we go. There we go. This is another 700 on the Nasdaq. The YM, if we notice the ES start going back up a little bit, and you already have a little profit on the YM, you can easily close the button from the top. There is $600. You can take it off the market, and it takes 1 second, because now things start changing momentum. And here it is, the Nasdaq. We called exactly where is the entry at this number here, and we are climbing, and the ES is going to try to come up to the 5,016, and we will see as we go. That's why we told you don't go short on the ES. There is no short. That's why we warned you that if you are using one of those dummy auto trades, you're gonna fall into this trap. So we'll see how it turns out. We keep our eye on it. For the CL trader, we are going to the target 2, and then you will experience a profit taken on target 2. 7571 is right in line, and that where the profit will be taken on 7571. So it's coming right now. The momentum, there is more buyers, the buyers over the sellers, and everything looking good. Everything looking good except the ES. I'm sorry, guys. There is a dead meat. That's ES today. We have a sell signal on the market analyzer. It just disappeared right now. And there is no short on the Nasdaq. I'm sorry to say that, but there is only sell on the ES. The Nasdaq is out of the way. Don't take any short on Nasdaq. There is a lot of support in there, and there is no short on the Nasdaq. That's for sure. A lot of support. That's why I immediately override the auto trade and put break even. When I see the market not holding, I override the auto trade and break even. So I don't care what happened to this trade anymore. You know, the minute you have something, or you can take a profit, whatever you want. But don't fall into this trap. There is no short on the Nasdaq. It's only long. The ES is just a bad news, guys. Don't put your head in the ES. It's really bad news. Stay CL, NASDAQ, Dow Jones. It will be much easier for you. As we said, the Nasdaq somewhere around 11 o'clock, and here it is 10:49, plus minus 10 minutes, and we are hitting see if we are going to hit the target one at 17,900. That should be around 11 o'clock plus minus 10 minutes. This is the institutional number, and we will see if the Nasdaq gonna hit target one and target two, or welcome to trading, and here it is 10:51, and we are hitting target one, right? The train is on time. Here it is, and from the Nasdaq was not doing anything, and we finished very good at and let's see if the ES have any chance to trade. Is a long way from home, the ES, long way from home. There is a good potential this market is going to, on the ES, still not tradable. Until now, it's not really tradable, you know. So, we'll see the last couple of minutes what happened. And if you notice, we warned you about the ES from the beginning of this webinar, and we said, do not mess with the ES. And as you see, the whole hour, it was no trade on the ES. The whole hour was no money to be made on the ES. This is something very important for someone wanna be professional trader, not just a dishwasher machine. It's just you need to look at the chart, and it can give you very good lights where you are going, can give you direction, you know, where we are going. And as we see, the target one is exactly at 17,899. I'm gonna leave it as is, and here it is. It's gonna close the second trade, and already perfect, and we still have 2,500 on two trades. And if we look at the clock, gentlemen, It's 10:54, and look where is this NASDAQ. Right on time, as we said, from 10 o'clock. Here it is. Here it is. Welcome to trading. So we still have 5 minutes. We'll see what happens. Look, guys, how they're playing you. Look. It's 10:59, and here is your target institutional number. Look how they're playing you. You see? You see how they're playing you? It's right on time. Welcome to trading. And folks, we wish you really, really nice weekend, and we wish you the best for the rest of the day. I mean it. I hope everyone will be